Welcome back, folks. Thanks for tuning in. On tonight's episode of Whiskey Review Time, we will be reviewing none other than Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, Thomas Handy, 2018. That is right. So, without further ado, let's dive into that whiskey review. There's definitely char at the bottom of that bottle. Ooh. I haven't drank this in a while. I was making old fashions with them. Partly why that bottle's gone. Haven't had one in a while. Anyways, cheers. Absolutely beautiful nose. Right off the rip. You got that heavy rye. It's not super sweet, so I don't expect a lot of sweetness on this, on the palate. It's got a sweet nose, but not too sweet. It's all balanced. Nice rye, sweetness, raisin and plum. Absolutely beautiful nose. A+ on the nose for sure. All right, cheers. Wow, outstanding rye. So let's talk about Thomas Handy real quick. It's part of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, released once a year from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Thomas Handy is a 6-year rye at cask strength, and it's part of the brothers and sisters of George T. Stagg and William LaRue, Weller, Eagle Rare 17, Sazerac 18 rye, and then you got Thomas Handy rye. Anyways, this is cask strength, and this is freaking awesome. Right on the rip. It's got a sweet balance, but it gives you that full-bodied flavor that I definitely expect with the proof. This comes in at 128.8 proof. So I definitely expect some heat, and I want that heat with this. That heat kind of drives that full body, in my opinion. I'm looking for it, and I'm loving it, what I'm getting from this. Absolutely. Let's get into those notes. I'm getting like cherry and plum and raisin on the nose with that rye, heavy rye flavor, or scent, I should say. If you have ever smelled a rye whiskey, you know it has a distinctive scent, right? So the heavier the rye, the more it is very, not pungent, but upfront, okay? I'm definitely getting that in here, and I love it. I want that rye flavor. I want that rye. It's a rye whiskey. I want that rye up front. And I'm getting it too. And I am loving it. A lot of candy notes in there. Like, I know, I'm going to say it again, Smarties. At least on the nose. It's got a nice velvety mouthfeel. Right after that, that heat is hitting back left and right, but in a really good way. It's not hot. It's not a fireball in your mouth, like fireball. That heat is driving all these flavors in and out. More of those fruit notes, dried plum, dried cherry, some tobacco in there, a lot of rye, some sweetness, and they're just weaving in and out, in and out. A tinge of oak, not much. It's a 6-year, so you're not going to get much oak in there, but it's in there, and it's saying, hi, how are you? That's about it. It's just, hi, I'm here for the party, but I'm in the back. I'm nice and balanced. You can't go wrong with this. Every year this is released, and it's a little different than the, every year. So with that being said, this is a great iteration of this. I've had some Thomas Handys that just lacked, that just fell short. I love the fact that this is cask strength, number one. I don't care that it's a 6-year rye whiskey because it's hitting all those notes, all those places on my tongue and in my brain that, like, I am a happy guy going home. I've had this. I'm a happy guy. Okay. Some other iterations can fall flat on the finish. Maybe it's not super full body on, the mid palate. This one's got a great nose. It's got a great mouthfeel, great palate, and I still got it on my tongue. It's still on the finish. Nice long finish, what I want in a great whiskey. And here we are. I'm enjoying myself. Hope you are too. Try to get this if you can. I'm definitely enjoying this all the way through. I would say this is something to be enjoyed with friends, family. I'm also going to make a comment here and let you all know this whiskey will make an exceptional old-fashioned cocktail. A lot of people are like, oh my God, why would you do that? I say try it for yourself. And then when you do, you're not going to want to make it without it. I'm just saying. I try my old-fashions with all kinds of whiskeys. High proof, low proof, whiskey, rye, bourbon. All of it, okay? And I'm telling you, I've tried enough of different rye whiskeys that this one really just shines through. And with the bitter and with the barrel-aged maple syrups, it's just an absolutely phenomenal drink. You know, if you can get a couple of these at retail, yeah, definitely drink several old fashions with this. Make it for friends. I'll tell you what, I've done this for people, and they still talk about the old fashioned that I made with the Thomas Handy. They're like, oh my God, it's not Thomas Handy old fashioned good, quote unquote. Thanks, Brian. You know who you are. And they make those comments because they know it's real and it's true. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. I mean, I'm giving you raw and real and in the rip what I think. I don't get any kind of money. I don't get any kind of shirts or any kind of horse shit that, oh man, he's really propping this up. I think this is an absolutely phenomenal rye whiskey. And it also makes a phenomenal cocktail. So, you know, you do you. But if you get a chance, try this with an old-fashioned, about 2.5 ounces of rye whiskey in your drink. It's going to be, boop, mind-blowing. Anyways, let's get to that score. One more pour, then we do the score. A lot of dried fruit notes on this. Pear, plum, cherry, strawberry. A lot of fruit notes on this. It's crazy. This gets better every time I have a sip of it. Now, this has been open since 2018. November of 2018. Absolutely fantastic. It's only gotten better. And as this sits out and open and it starts to develop in the glass, it gets better and better and better. Every pour makes me happier and happier that I have this bottle and I opened it. Now, I paid about $250 at a store. I think that's pretty fair. I'm not mad about it. I know the store owners are trying to make a buck. Whatever. I didn't pay secondary. Secondary on these are like $600 now. It's kind of crazy. The whole bourbon bubble has gotten nuts. But these are, generally speaking, I really haven't had any handies that were just like totally off. I haven't tried them all. I've tried a good bit. I probably tried a third of all the handies. When did handies start coming out? 2006, I believe. I think it's the first year. 2006 and 7 are absolutely phenomenal rye whiskeys. Phenomenal. I'm just saying they are. They're absolutely. There's a whole buttload of char at the bottom. Totally covers the bottom of the bottle. Yeah. And I was lucky enough to be able to finish a 2006 with 2 friends. And we got all the char. I mean, you could look in your glass and just see char floating around, like so much char. And it was like one of the best. That's what got me into rye whiskey. Believe it or not, this, Thomas Handy, got me into rye whiskey. I was a bourbon guy only. Only like bourbon, rye, whatever. Don't care about it. So at a friend's house, pulls this guy out. I also tried Lot 40, the 2012 release. Outstanding rye, by the way. Then I had this all in the same day. And I'm like, you know what? I like rye. I'm a rye guy. I'm a rye kind of fan. This got me, of all ryes to start with, I started with Thomas Handy. It got me into rye, and I've been loving rye ever since. If I get a chance to try rye, Canadian, American, Kentucky, whatever, I try them. I love a good rye. As long as it's aged well, I like something at least 6 years old. I'm okay. I've had some ryes that are like 4 years old. Absolutely phenomenal ryes. Some ryes that are 6 years old, mind-blowing ryes. I'd say this is a pretty fan-frickin-tastic rye, if you ask me. That's my personal opinion and my professional opinion, so you can take it from me. This shit's good. I'm just saying, been around the block once or twice, not a third time, at least once or twice. Cheers, let's do the score. I almost don't want to let it go. It feels so good on my tongue. Great mouthfeel. I don't want to let it go. On the finish, you definitely get that cinnamon. You get some heat. I mean, it's 128 proof. It's gonna get a little heat, okay? It's not anything to turn you off. It's not gonna blow out your palate. This is awesome. I'm loving this every bit. Some leather, some tobacco on the back. You got that rye flavor all the way through. All the through and through, great rye. Good, a nice sweetness on the back end. Mixed with that heat. Oh man, she's going down gloriously. You can tell it's well balanced. Anyways, let's get down to the score. 1 out of 10, you know what we do. No bullshit scores. So, what do I think of this whiskey? I think this is an outstanding whiskey. If you get a chance to try one or get one, do it. Do yourself a favor. Is it $600 and something good on secondary? I don't know. I think it is. I'm a bit of a slouch and I fucking buy whatever. I spend whatever on bourbon. And this is something I would buy, again, on secondary. If you get it at retail, do it. Do yourself a favor. Open them. They're meant to be open. Enjoy. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy with a friend. Enjoy with your pops, your mom, your dad, your wife, whatever. Enjoy yourself with this. Anyways, score. It's an 8.3. Easily an 8.3. 8.3 is the score. From start to finish, this is absolutely everything I want in a rye whiskey. Yes, it is super allocated. If you get a chance to get one, do it and open it, and you'll be thanking me, okay? You will be thanking me. And do yourself a favor, make one old-fashioned out of it, okay? There's a reason why I've smashed half of this. It's because I've made several old-fashions with this stuff. And when you do it, you'll understand. I'm just saying. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you get a notification when the next video comes out. Bam. Thanks for watching. Cheers.